Hi. Many of you probably don't know me. Some might. Volunteer firefighter. Been a resident here in Austin since 2000.
Can you tell us your name?
Timothy.
And where do you come from, Timothy?
I was born in Detroit, grew up in a military family, traveled all over the country. The point in this is that I'm looking for some assistance which I can't seem to get. And my friend here is trying to help me get that.
What kind of assistance do you need?
Well, I'd like to get my teeth fixed.
What happened to your teeth?
I had my ribs kicked in because I fixed the guy's TV, and he wanted it back and wasn't willing to pay for the services rendered. And this is all documented.
What happened to the assailant?
He's now in Huntsville. He has quite the record. But that's not the point of this message. The point of this message, and the point that I wanted to get across, and the point that I was making to my friend, was that veterans are being neglected. We have gone and put our asses on, excuse me.
Go ahead.
We have put our butts on the line to not only protect you, but to provide for you. And I can't get any help through the VA.
Timothy.
And my friend here is trying to give me a venue for that in some way I might be able to get some help. I am a homeless United States Naval veteran. I was an AT. I kept the pilots in the air. And I did a darn good job of it too. I was an AT-1.
Can you tell us what happened before you moved to Austin?
Well, I lost my father just before I joined the Navy, and then I lost my mom while I was in the Navy, and I lost my fiance who I was engaged to, who I met while I was in the Navy, right after I got out of the Navy, and we were about to be married, and we moved here to Austin after coming here during my tour of service. We came here to Austin, Texas, and fell in love with Austin, Texas, and moved here.
What was your fiance's name?
Heather Carolyn Solomon.
And what happened to her?
She died in my arms on the side of the road when we got struck by a pickup truck broadside. Her and I and my best friend from high school, Bob Potter, I don't know whether the kid was texting or whether he was changing his CD, whatever. He hit us broadside with his pickup truck. He tried to stop. Couldn't stop. Hit us broadside. She died in my arms on the side of the road. I had my head split open, 14 stitches. Broken collarbone, clavicle. Dislocated hip, fractured femur.
Tell us what
Bob
you did.
Potter is in a wheelchair as a quadriplegic. Heather died in my arms on the side of the road. When I got done feeling sorry for myself, and I pulled myself out of the bottom of that bottle of scotch, I came here to Austin because this was where we were gonna come when we got married. And I had to open the closet and see her wedding dress hanging in the closet. And when I saw that, I said, nah, I'm gonna follow what was our dream. and I'm going to go to Austin. So I came here to Austin. I've been here since. I've been fighting ever since I've been here, and I feel like I've been fighting a war. I can't get any help from the Veterans Administration. I work with Andrew Miller for the VA to help homeless veterans. I do it every year. I don't know whether you ever have taken the time to read the Austin American-Statesman. The editor for the Austin American-Statesman used to be Rich Opel, who is someone who I met, and he is no longer the editor.
Timothy, can you tell us what can the government do to help you and other veterans out? What do they need to do? What do the senators need to hear?
I have worked for Traxxas Machining, which is right across the street here, for 5 years. Thomas Burkle. His mother is a United States Senator, and she can't do anything. She's a New York United States Senator, and she can't do anything. People, you need to wake up, okay? We didn't go over there.
Go over where?
I was in Somalia. I was in Grenada. I brought the student, I was part of a specialized team that brought the students back. And I spent almost 2.5 years in Afghanistan.
What was your
We're
role?
not out of Afghanistan, folks. We're still there. We're still there. Your brothers, your sisters, they're still over there. And they're fighting a war that we can't win. You need to realize, and you're being lied to. And this is, if there's any point in this message whatsoever, it comes down to this. You need to realize you're being lied to. We are over there fighting a war. And they're dying. They're dying to protect you. And you're not being told the story. And the news media is scared to death to tell you the story because you got the IRS and the NAS spying on them. This is not a draft war. Remember this, folks. This is not a draft. We're not going over there because we're being told to go over there. We're going over there because we believe in a mission, which is to protect you and to protect this country and to protect in what we believe in the Constitution and our Bill of Rights. And it's being stripped away from us. And people in the media are scared to death to tell you about what is really happening. because their emails are being monitored. Your emails are being monitored. Your phone calls are being monitored. I have been telling people this stuff for 10 years. And I'm not Alex Jones. But I've been telling you this for the 10 years since I got out of the Navy.
Timothy.
And you need to wake up, people, and you need to smell the coffee and realize that these people in the media want to tell you what's really going on, and they can't because they're scared to death. You got news people that are getting run over by unmarked white vehicles. Now, I'm not going into all the conspiracy theories and all that kind of garbage, but you need to educate yourselves. Wake up. It's time to stop just running off to do your 9-to-5 job and then coming home and sit down and watch a movie on the TV. You need to wake up, because you're being lied to. And you're being lied to by the people that you employ. They are your employees. Get that through your head. They work for you. I work for you. I worked for you. And now I've come back and I got all these health problems and I can't get any help. So I'm sitting here in front of someone who listened to me for a couple minutes and said, the story needs to get out. I think he's right. I hope somebody listens. I don't know if I'm going to get any help, but it will help if you listen to this and maybe you do some homework and it wakes you up. Because those people up in Washington, they are your employees. They work for you. You don't work for them. You pay taxes. You pay their salary. They don't exist if you didn't pay for them to exist. Think about that, folks. Think about that.
Before we wrap up, Timothy, can you introduce us to your kitty?
Hey, say hello to this little critter right here. His name is Danny Joe. He was named Danny Joe because of Danny and Joe Cabela, who own and run the music lab here where this recording is being done.